Despite what you may have heard, adrenal fatigue is an absolute myth. In fact, there is no medical diagnosis of adrenal fatigue out there. And in today's episode of the podcast, I am going to pick apart the myth that is adrenal fatigue, what it actually means, what people consider to be adrenal fatigue, and actually why it doesn't even exist. So maybe you think that you have adrenal fatigue. Maybe you've looked through various different posts on Instagram, you've read various different articles all across the internet, and you've pieced everything together from Dr. Google, and Dr. Google says that you have adrenal fatigue. And lo and behold, there's someone on Instagram, on social media, that has the perfect solution for you. That perfect solution is their diet plan, their supplement, their pill, their powder, their potion, or even their training program that's going to revolutionize the way you feel, rectify all of your symptoms, and take you into the promised land. Sadly, that's all complete bullshit. So I'm Simon Mitchell, online body transformation coach, founder of I Am Paradise Fitness, and host of this podcast, Muscle, Mindset, and Meal Prep. Now, if you are listening to me on a podcast platform, maybe iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, wherever, then leaving a rating and a review would be absolutely awesome. Helps me spread the reach of the podcast and helps more people just like you find out the real answers to their health, fitness, and nutrition issues. And of course, if you are watching this on YouTube, likewise, a little bit of a subscription, a little bit of a like, and maybe even turn on those notifications. So let's dig into adrenal fatigue. So in the fitness industry, we are well used to bullshit supplements, products, and programs being forced down our throats at every conceivable turn. Whether it's some Z-list celebrity who's whoring out their last remnants of dignity in search for a quick buck, or it's some shady ass supplement company trying to flog some powder or pill that's absolutely worthless down your throat because it's the answer to all of the problems that you face right now. This is something that sadly we see all the time. Now, adrenal fatigue is just one of these things. It's a made up diagnosis where people just use it to basically as a vehicle to sell you something. But if you're not familiar with what adrenal fatigue is, let me shed some light on this mythical diagnosis. Adrenal fatigue is just a catch-all for some non-specific symptoms like body aches, tiredness, digestive issues. This collection of non-specific symptoms has been wrapped up into this adrenal fatigue diagnosis, quote unquote, because it's not real. Now, it's very closely linked to something called adrenal insufficiency, which also has the term Addison's disease. Now, that is a recognized medical diagnosis, but the difference there is that you can test for Addison's. You can go to your doctor and you can get an actual test to see if you have that specific disease. So the believers of adrenal fatigue feel that it is a mild form of adrenal insufficiency in that your body can't deal with the chronic stress that it's under and therefore can't produce the hormones required and go through these normal bodily functions because you are under chronic stress. Now, a lot of us are stressed out there, we're tired, we do have body aches, we are getting older, and therefore you can kind of feel when you read through these articles that this is something that you have. But actually, if you speak to any credible doctor, then there is no diagnosis for this thing. It just doesn't exist as a thing. So don't just take my word for it. Look into modern medicine, the credible source. It's not that Insta fucking guru, that Z-list celebrity, or that supplement company that's trying to sell you something. Go to get some real hard medical advice. Now, you might feel tired, you might feel fatigued constantly, stressed out, you might feel you've got digestive issues, all of these catch-all symptoms that are wrapped up in this adrenal fatigue kind of diagnosis. You might feel like that, and it's shit because you can't find a solution for it. You feel like you're always run down, no motivation, no energy. When you want to go to the gym, you don't feel like you can because you can't put your all into it. That then leads to this spiral of just not taking action and not really achieving the goals that you want to achieve. It's absolute crap, and I can quite understand that you're looking desperately to find out what that solution is. But let me tell you this for free. It is not in one of these supplements. It's not in one of these shitty programs. it is just not going to solve your problem. What you are better off doing is going to seek real medical advice from your doctor. Really get under the skin of what's causing your symptoms, because for sure it's going to be something else, not this adrenal fatigue, mystical diagnosis that some fucker dreamed up. You can also then maybe also look at your lifestyle, your habits, your behaviors. Are you doing anything that could be causing you to be additionally fatigued, additionally stressed out, and things like that, that could actually be having some real symptoms and real knock-on effect into your ability to follow your fitness goals or lose weight or whatever it is that may be? Have a look, a good, hard, honest look at your lifestyle, your habits, and your behaviors. And if you can't sort those things out yourself because you can't find the solutions, then go seek a professional to get some professional advice on how to do those things. But please don't, I beg of you, go down this stupid adrenal fatigue myth bollocks that people just keep pushing on everyone. So what's the bottom line on adrenal fatigue? Well, the bottom line is it is bollocks. Your issues, your symptoms are likely to be caused by something else. So seek medical advice, get some help digging into maybe some lifestyle, some habits that you need to change in order to facilitate some positive change in your life. That's where you should start, because the marketing BS might make it sound like you have it, but you don't. In fact, no fucker does, because it simply doesn't exist. So I hope you enjoyed this little episode of the show. If you did, like I said before, a rating and a review would absolutely be awesome and very much welcomed as well. And of course, if you want to get some free resources from free downloads to help you on your fitness journey, whether that's from a training perspective or a nutrition perspective, then I'm going to put some links in the show notes below so you can access a free online calorie macro calculator, free calorie guide, free 4-week training program, and I'm going to put a link in there to my online coaching program, the Lean Life Method, as well, so that if you want me to take control of your training and nutrition and help you and guide you to that body that you've been striving for, to remove all the frustration, the self-doubt, the anxiety that you're feeling right now, then absolutely you can click that link, find out more information, and then you can schedule a free consultation call with me as well. But for now, all I'm going to say is thanks so much for listening. Thanks so much for watching. Keep living the lean life, and I'll see you for the next episode of the show.